On TikTok, a user named Dustin Frazier uploaded a chilling video that quickly went viral. In the footage, a strange, human-like creature stood at the edge of a dense forest. But unlike most alleged cryptid sightings, this creature wasn't trying to blend in. It wasn't hiding in the shadows or lurking behind trees. It was standing completely still, right out in the open, staring directly at his house.
Come on. Come on.
Dustin was home alone. The eerie creature sent a wave of fear through him, but he wasn't sure if it had actually seen him. He kept all movement to a minimum, barely even breathing, hoping to remain unnoticed. But just as he started convincing himself that maybe it was just his imagination, a sudden, violent knocking echoed from his front door. The sound was aggressive, loud, and relentless, as if someone was desperate to be let in.
Okay. So currently, I ordered DoorDash because my sister and the kids are gone for tonight. Like, I'm here by myself. The kids had football practice, so they had to go do their own thing. Thank you. So I ordered DoorDash, and then I heard a knock.
But here's the terrifying part. The creature in the forest hadn't moved. It was still there, frozen in place, watching his house. Dustin's mind raced. Could there be two of them? Was the creature in the forest simply a distraction while another one tried to get inside? Or was something else playing tricks on him? For a brief moment, he considered that maybe it was just a mistake. Maybe his food delivery had arrived. But when he checked the front door, there was no one there. No package, no person, nothing. Just the empty porch and the unsettling silence of the forest. And yet, when he turned back toward the trees, the creature was still there. Same spot, same rigid stance, still staring.
Oh my god, she's still fucking standing there.
Dustin continued recording, but the video cuts off without any clear resolution. He never got an answer, and that's what makes this encounter so disturbing. The internet was quick to react, with theories flooding the comment section. Some believe he witnessed a mimic, a creature known for imitating human voices and behavior to manipulate its victims. Others think it was something even more sinister, an unknown entity with the ability to be in two places at once. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain. Dustin never understood what that thing was. And maybe that's for the best. Ali H is known for documenting his experiences in a haunted house. He records paranormal events, claims to communicate with spirits, and shares his findings online. But one video, posted on January 7th, 2023, captured something truly disturbing. The event took place on New Year's Eve at 2 a.m. Ali was downstairs, enjoying a quiet moment, when he suddenly heard his wife calling him from upstairs. But there was one terrifying problem. His wife was right next to him.
Bro, it's literally New Year's Eve, 2 o'clock, and it's pretending to be Emma. Stay behind me.
I love you, baby.
The voice didn't just sound similar to hers, it was an exact copy. It kept repeating, "I love you, baby," as if it had mastered her speech patterns. It wasn't just calling to him, it was trying to lure him in. As Ali cautiously made his way up the stairs, his cat, usually calm, seemed uneasy. It was as if the animal could sense something was wrong.
Even Astro looks freaked out.
Babe, are you taking a bath?
With his camera recording, Ali carefully searched the rooms. Each one was empty. Just as he reached the hallway leading to his study, something chilling happened. The door behind him suddenly slammed shut.
What do you want?
He called out, asking the voice what it wanted. But the house fell silent. There was no reply, no movement. Just an overwhelming sense that something unseen was watching. To bring in some light, Ali opened the windows before turning back to confront whatever had shut the door.
Open up all the windows. Do you want to open the thing in your office too? It's way too dark in here. It's literally nothing, bro.
But when he checked the room, it was completely empty. There were no open windows, no wind, and no logical explanation for what had just happened. Something unseen, had closed that door. This encounter was the breaking point. The strange activity in the house had become too much. Soon after, Ali and his wife decided to move, leaving behind whatever had been mimicking her voice. But the question remains, was it just an echo of something inhuman, or was it something far worse?
I will have to be packing everything there into here. I'll probably need another box. We are doing this. We're moving.
It was coming, all that thumping, it was coming from like right in there, in that room.
Come up here for a sec, man.
What the fuck?
Braden, known for his YouTube channel Break Sodic, usually shares videos of his travels across the US, but on December 6th, 2021, he posted something different, something terrifying. The event happened in late November, late at night, while his parents were asleep. That night, Braden was wide awake in his room when he started hearing heavy footsteps coming from upstairs. The sound was loud and deliberate, as if someone was walking around, but he knew no one else should be awake.
What the fuck? Wow, it's really bad right now.
Curious but unsettled, he decided to investigate. He grabbed his camera, stepped out of his room, and tried to figure out where the noise was coming from.
Okay, hold on. Jesus. Okay, hold up. Why is the tree on there? Whatever that is coming from up here. Should I attempt to go in there? Fuck. Because that was coming, all that thumping, it was coming from like right in there, in that room.
Then, something happened that sent shivers down his spine. As he spoke to the camera, explaining where he thought the sound was coming from, he heard it. A voice. But not just any voice. His own voice. Calling him from upstairs.
Come up here for a sec, man.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? You guys, did I just hear that right?
Get up here now.
Okay. That I'm not fucking with. That I'm not fucking with. That I'm not fucking with, bro. That I'm not fucking with, bro.
Fear gripped him instantly. His body tensed as he realized something was mimicking him. The sound of his own voice echoing from the darkness was too much. He bolted back to his room, heart pounding. Just as he thought he was safe, things got worse. The footsteps returned, but this time they weren't upstairs. They were coming down the stairs, heavy, fast, rushing toward him.
That I don't play around with. That I don't play around with. I don't know. Oh no. Whatever that fucking was just came down the stairs. Yo, I don't like this, bro. This door's just about to open. Guys, am I like crazy? Or was there not a voice upstairs in my voice?
Braden was frozen in fear, but somehow his parents never woke up. They didn't hear the footsteps. They didn't hear the voice. It was as if he was the only one meant to experience it.
How are my parents not fucking waking up right now? Bro, I don't know why this shit is going on. Like, I don't know what to say. Sorry if I'm like kind of dull right now. It's just, I kind of like just heard myself upstairs when I was downstairs. So it's kind of a lot to take in right now. I have no idea what to make of this. Guys, if you could think of anything, please comment down below. I am so happy I got that shit on film, bro. There's no way I got that on camera. That is insane. I finally have some like kind of proof about all the crap that goes on in my house. I never had this before, but it's mainly just what you guys heard in the beginning of the video, like the dumps and shit, but tonight it was real violent.
To this day, he has no explanation for what happened that night. What was in his house remains a mystery. But one thing is certain. Something was there, and it wanted him to listen. TikTok user Andy Winehouse had a terrifying encounter with a mimic in his own home. He was completely alone, yet something, or someone, was copying his voice. In the first video, Andy captures the chilling moment when he hears the mimic calling out to him. The voice sounded just like his own, repeating the words, "Come here." It was luring him, leading him into a trap.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. What I told you. Come here.
Panicked, Andy runs to the bathroom and locks himself inside. That's when the second video begins. As he stands there, trying to stay silent, he hears footsteps circling just outside the bathroom door. Then he heard aggressive repeated banging on the bathroom door. Whatever was outside that door wanted to get in.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You can literally hear that. You can literally hear that. No. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? No.
Summoning his courage, Andy opens the door, expecting to come face to face with whatever was tormenting him. But the second he does, the knocking stops. Nothing is there. No creature. No person. Just his black cat, sitting still in the shadows, staring deep into his soul. Something about the cat felt wrong. Andy slams the door shut, his gut telling him that wasn't his cat. The final video is a desperate plea for help. Andy is trapped in his own home, paralyzed by fear. He can't see the creature, but he knows it's there. When he opened the door, there were no signs of anything. No footprints, no movement, just silence.
Okay, for anybody asking, This is my family home. I grew up here, and we've never had a single experience like this. I don't know what is going on. I'm getting a lot of comments saying I'm doing it for views, and I'm doing it for likes, and I promise you I am not. Don't like the video, don't comment if you don't want to. I just need somebody who knows what this is. Please reach out. I don't care if it's in a comment or privately, just please reach out. And please just help me. I don't know what to tell my wife when she gets home. I can't afford a hotel for the night. We're doing a remodel in the bathroom. And everything's just going to shit right now. And I'm not trying to be dramatic about this, but I have no idea what to do.
Some commenters accused him of faking the whole thing. Others tried to scare him even more. But one thing is clear, Andy's fear was real. And whatever was inside his house that night, it wanted him to listen.
Why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah?
On February 19th, 2024, TikTok user Melody posted a video that left viewers unsettled. What started as a normal recording quickly turned into something eerie. She was casually talking to her audience when, in the middle of her sentence, a voice called her name from the other side of her room door.
Why didn't anyone tell me that if you have yeah? I thought someone called me and
At first, she instinctively responded, but as the seconds passed, a chilling realization set in. She was home alone. There shouldn't have been anyone there. The voice had come from inside her house. She sat there, frozen, trying to make sense of what just happened. To calm herself down, she told herself it was just her cat, even though deep down, she knew that wasn't possible.
maybe it was my cat and she sounds like a human sometimes.
That was you, right? Right?
Her expression said it all. No matter how hard she tried to rationalize it, the unease never left her face. Something had mimicked a human voice, and it had been right outside her door. She rather believed that it was just her cat, rather than believing there was a mimic in her house. We don't know what happened to her that day. Hopefully she's safe.
I swear there's someone outside my room. Wait.
YouTuber Valeria, a horror makeup artist known for her intricate and unsettling designs, recently posted a chilling TikTok that left her followers disturbed. In the video, she recounts a terrifying experience that happened while she was home alone during the day. What started as a normal afternoon quickly turned into something she couldn't explain. It began with a sound, someone calling out, "Hey." The voice was coming from down the dark hallway, just outside her room. At first, she thought maybe she had imagined it, but then it happened again, and again. The same word, in the same tone, repeated over and over. But something was off. The voice sounded eerily familiar, almost too familiar.
I swear there's someone outside my room. Wait.
Hey. Hey.
As Valeria recorded the event, she explained that her door was slightly open. This meant that whatever was out there could see her, but she couldn't see it. The hallway was completely dark, making it impossible to tell if anyone or anything was actually there. The realization sent fear through her.
What do I do?
Then, it hit her. The voice calling out wasn't just familiar, it was her own. Something in the hallway was mimicking her voice, trying to lure her out. The repeated "hey" now felt more sinister, as if it was waiting for her to respond. Determined not to let fear take over, she stood up and quickly shut the door, hoping to block out whatever was in the hallway. She locked it, then stepped back, trying to collect her thoughts. But even with the door closed, the unsettling feeling remained. She sat down, trying to calm herself, but she couldn't shake the overwhelming sense of unease. Her mind felt foggy, like she was trapped in a mental block, unable to think clearly.
So if you couldn't tell, that was me in the video, and the other day I heard someone saying, "Hey," in a voice that was very similar to mine coming from the hallway of my house. And needless to say, I was home alone. And I thought I was going crazy until I saw another girl post a video on TikTok about her going through a very similar situation.
Even her cats were acting strangely. According to Valeria, whatever was out there wasn't just creepy. It carried a dark, negative presence, the kind that made every instinct scream something is wrong. The video ends without a clear answer to what happened. The voice eventually stopped, and nothing was there when she finally worked up the courage to check. But even now, she has no explanation for what she heard that day. And the scary part is that this wasn't the first time. Whether these experiences were real or simply tricks of the mind, one thing is certain. Each of these people felt an overwhelming sense of fear, as if something unnatural was watching them. Are mimics just a part of folklore, or could they be something far more real than we ever imagined? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you ever hear your own voice calling you from another room, don't answer.
You guys hear that?
This is Scott, the adventurous YouTuber behind the popular channel Scotty's Gone Walkabout. For over 10 years, Scott has taken his viewers on incredible journeys through some of the world's most stunning and remote wilderness areas. Known for his love of the great outdoors, he's no stranger to camping trips.
Well, g'day guys, and welcome back to the beautiful Australian bush. So camping in the mountains this weekend on an overnight camp. We're going to be exploring this beautiful river, and I've also got my fly fishing rod with me as well, so hopefully there's a few trout hanging around. We are in the middle of spring, the bugs are starting to come out, so it'd be nice to catch a trout off the surface and cook one up for dinner. But yeah, I'm just getting all my gear ready now, so we'll chuck the backpack on, and yeah, we'll start making our way down the river.
But this time, it's different. Scott is heading out alone for a solo adventure. On November 17th, 2024, during a warm spring evening in Australia's breathtaking Blue Mountains, Scott sets out for a peaceful camping trip by the river, blending two of his greatest passions, camping and fly fishing. Scott parks his car along a secluded, quiet road, grabs his gear, and begins his journey into the wilderness. Each step takes him further from civilization and closer to nature's heart.
I've just popped up in the bush just to have a look around. And man, it is so beautiful up here. It's like really nice, open, grassy bushland. It's gorgeous. Man, this is a beautiful spot for camp. Got a nice big water hole and a really big gravel bank. Definitely not a bad option.
Just as he begins to enjoy his first meal, an eerie sound shatters the peace. A loud, unsettling sound suddenly breaks through the stillness of the forest, echoing all around.
Oh. You guys hear that? That just... What is that? That just gave me the biggest chills.
Even with years of outdoor experience, Scott feels a cold shiver creep down his spine. He freezes, straining to pinpoint the source, but the noise is strange, unlike anything he's ever encountered.
I don't know what that sound is. Is that a dingo? never heard a dog make a sound like that.
As the sound gradually fades, Scott reassures himself it's nothing serious and tries to regain his sense of calm, hoping to enjoy the quiet night once more. But just as Scott begins to relax, the noise returns, louder and eerier than before, sending chills through him.
I think it stops. If you guys know what that is, please leave a comment. This is going to be an interesting night. I think I might be sleeping with my knife pretty close to me. See you guys in the morning. Oh, they're so creepy.
The eerie sounds ripple through the dark forest, each echo making Scott feel more uneasy. Fighting the growing tension, he reminds himself to stay composed. Logging off from his viewers, he retreats into his tent, hoping for the best.
Please leave a comment. This is going to be an interesting night.
As the unsettling noises linger, he silently prays they don't draw closer. Thankfully, the forest eventually falls quiet, and Scott drifts into an undisturbed sleep, the night's unease fading with the silence. The eerie events of the previous night now seem like a far-off memory. Feeling a sense of relief that nothing else happened, he carefully packs his gear and sets off for home. Yet, a lingering question gnaws at his mind. What was that sound? When Scott shared the footage with his audience, the comments exploded with theories. Some claimed it was a fox's call or some other animal. But what do you think? Was that the sound of an animal? Scott felt fortunate to escape without further trouble, but William's story in the next video would reveal something far more unsettling. Meet William, the creative mind behind Truesdale TV, a channel where he brings his thrilling travel and wild camping adventures to life. In this captivating clip, William embarks on a daring solo journey into Balbly Forest, nestled in Northern Ireland. But this isn't just any forest. It's infamous as one of the UK's most haunted spots, shrouded in chilling legends of mysterious vanishings and centuries-old tales of eerie, sinister events. Very quickly, a chilling sense of unease washes over him, fueled by the wood's sinister reputation.
Searching steady for some sort of flat ground, but the terrain here is, as you can imagine, awful. This is what we're working with.
Yet, his thirst for adventure drives him forward, determined to find the perfect camping spot.
That's camp set up. Let's give you a look around. So we'll start on the outside. This is going to be the cooking area. Keeping it simple tonight. Just got some pasta and tuna. And this same old MRE I've been carrying around now for the past year.
As night creeps in, William finishes setting up his cozy campsite, the shadows of the forest growing deeper around him. He prepares a warm meal. Just as a sense of calm begins to settle over him, the peaceful night takes a chilling and unexpected turn. William suddenly hears a chilling, unearthly sound just outside his tent. His heart races as he freezes, quickly turning off his light. Holding his breath, he listens intently, but the eerie noise only creeps closer.
Some there? Some there?
Summoning his courage, William calls out into the darkness, hoping for a reply from whoever, or whatever, might be outside. When silence answers back, he gathers himself and cautiously steps out to investigate, although I am not sure I would have such guts myself.
Said I was going that side. I did see chemtrails earlier on. What's the biggest game you get for you? We don't get big game. Well, I think that's a nighttime stroll head in the head, definitely.
Peering nervously into the inky blackness of the forest, William's eyes dart around, searching for any sign of what caused the unsettling sounds. Seeing nothing, he retreats to the fragile safety of his tent, whispering reassurances to himself. But the nightmare isn't over.
Right, I'm gonna turn it stays up for a minute or two. The f***? Did you hear that? Did you f***? The f***? My heart's going f***. Off, who's out there?
Out of nowhere, a sharp slapping sound strikes the side of his tent, sending a jolt through William. He calls out once more, but the unyielding silence only deepens his growing dread.
Am I paranoid or something like that? Or like, was that me? I've done that. Right, we have to investigate this shit. I can't sleep anywhere with this shit. I'm gonna get myself worked out.
After several nerve-wracking minutes of silence, he knows he can't ignore the unsettling presence outside. Gathering his courage, he resolves to investigate, desperately hoping for a harmless explanation, knowing sleep will be impossible until he uncovers the truth. Once again, William's search reveals nothing. No clues, no movement, nothing to explain the chilling sounds that had shaken him. Left with more questions than answers, unsettled and confused, he reluctantly retreats to his tent. I need to add that at this point, I would be packing up my essentials and get out of there. The forest sinks into an eerie silence, but the absence of sound only deepens William's unease. Unable to shake the chilling tension, he realizes he can't stay the night and starts hurriedly packing his gear.
I think that's good, isn't it? Let's get out of here. Just need to navigate our way back to the trail. And once we're on the trail, we don't have too far to go to get back at the car.
Luckily, William escapes Boy Forest without harm, but his mind is left racing with unanswered questions. Was it something paranormal lurking in the shadows, or was someone deliberately trying to scare him away? Either way, one thing is certain. William has no intention of ever returning to those haunting woods after dark. Solo camping in a forest with a chilling reputation might seem like an adventure, but when danger feels closer than safety, you might want to think twice. This next clip comes from the popular YouTube channel Project Darkwood, where Don showcases his thrilling travel and nature adventures. On June 26, 2013, Don ventured into a dense forest in Georgia, setting up several trail cameras in hopes of capturing stunning wildlife activity. A week later, excited to see what the cameras had recorded, he returned to collect them. But as he reviewed the footage, his excitement turned to shock. He had unknowingly captured something far more unexpected and chilling than he ever imagined. Terrifying, unexplainable screams echoed from deep within the forest, each one sending shivers down Don's spine. But that was only the beginning. As he kept watching, he discovered even more eerie and unsettling sounds, recorded throughout the day. Moments later, the sharp crack of snapping branches echoes, followed by an unsettling growl alarmingly close to one of Don's other cameras. Shared the spine-chilling footage with friends and family, but even now, no one has been able to identify the source of these terrifying sounds. It's a mystery that lingers, a haunting reminder of the secrets nature may still keep hidden, just out of reach, perhaps some questions are best left unanswered. Tonight, we journey into the heart of one of America's most haunted forests alongside Angelo, the creator of the renowned YouTube channel, Exploring with Angelo. Known for his fearless exploration of abandoned and haunted locations, Angelo is joined by his trusted friend, Brad. Together, they've faced their share of eerie experiences, but tonight feels different, darker, more foreboding. As they trek deeper into the shadowy woods, searching for the ideal campsite, the dense underbrush and the unsettling feeling of unseen eyes watching their every move make each step more unnerving.
It's almost like it's a tunnel of trees.
Yeah. It's really overgrown right now.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably one of my favorite forests to come in. It looks really neat. What was that?
The forest seems alive, its towering trees closing in around them, turning their simple quest into a chilling ordeal.
What, did you see something? You scared the... Dude. Something moved over here on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I thought I saw something move again down there.
Did you bring any protection?
Person?
Eerie noises ripple through the dark woods, strange rustling, faint whispers, and unexplainable sounds that seem to creep closer with every moment. Is it just the wind, or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows?
I know, right? Oh, you don't even say excuse me, nothing. Okay, let's set up the tent.
Okay.
And we're gonna wait around for a while. It's still a little bit early, and we are getting some action, so yeah. Wish us luck.
Sounds good.
Determined to find some comfort, Angelo and Brad set up camp, clinging to the familiar routine of exploration. But as they sit in their tent, trying to calm their racing thoughts, the night delivers an unexpected and chilling twist.
But honestly, I'm started, like, lately, it kind of feels like I'm being followed by a demon. And it's just, what the fuck is that? What is that noise? What is that noise? What is that?
Oh my god.
What is that?
Oh my god. That was loud, bro. What was that freaking whipping sound? What the hell was that?
What was that? It sounded like it came from there. Holy
Yo, get your light, dude. Let's go see what that is. I'm like freaking out.
Peering through the small tent window, their hearts pound as they spot a shadowy figure lingering in the darkness, barely visible, yet unmistakably watching them. A wave of cold dread washes over. Could it be human or something far more sinister? Summoning every ounce of courage, they step outside to confront the unknown. But
There was literally somebody just standing out there. Right there. Where the f did they go?
So that she was hungry.
Shit.
the figure vanishes, leaving the air heavy with tension. Could it be a ghost, perhaps a restless spirit linked to the dark tales of sacrifices whispered about this eerie forest?
And we'll roll with that for a little bit. I'll keep the light as a
So you just want to use
precaution.
just the one cami?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
sounds
now.
good.
For now. It's just a little bit of an experiment.
All right.
Okay. We haven't heard anything in the last few minutes.
The mystery deepens. Determined to uncover the truth, they switch off all lights, relying only on their night vision camera. Darkness engulfs them, and then, through the grainy green glow, they glimpse something truly horrifying.
Whatever's out there, I swear I just saw something move by. I don't even know how that's... oh my god, I'm still seeing it. Okay. Something is out there. Okay.
Dude. No, I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, dude. It was down here. No word of a lie. There's something out there, bro.
Returning to the tent, which now feels like a fragile sanctuary, they set up a spirit box, desperate to uncover answers from the unseen.
Alright, let's just get back in the tent for now.
Okay.
Yet, any sense of safety quickly proves to be an illusion. Suddenly, Angelo is forcefully pushed forward, sending shockwaves of fear through him. Brad rushes to check behind, but there's no one there.
Why did it tell me to move back? I don't know. That's right.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I don't know.
Holy shit!
Holy mother!
Holy!
Could this be the work of a powerful, unseen force? The chilling encounter leaves them both rattled, their nerves stretched to the breaking point. Deciding they've had enough, the pair abandons their exploration, vowing never to return. Yet, they leave with more questions than answers. Was this the work of a dark, malevolent entity, or could it have been someone, or something, lurking just out of sight? Perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, forever haunting our imagination. Daniel O'Neill, a UK-based YouTuber, runs a popular channel called English Woodsman, where he has shared his love for wild camping, stealth camping, and woodland adventures for nearly a decade. Known for his gear reviews and peaceful outdoor footage, his videos typically offer a calming escape into nature. However, in August 2023, Daniel uploaded a camping video unlike any other, a chilling journey into the woodlands near his home that left viewers unsettled.
I do just need some time off. Actually, we're going to go this way. I do need some time off from YouTube, really. So I just thought this would be the last video I make. Leave you back camp. In a second, I'll show you what I'm going to have for my dinner.
The video starts innocently enough, showing Daniel hiking through the forest, chatting with his subscribers, snacking on berries, and pointing out the serene sights.
Yeah. I've never been this far before, so I thought I'd film it, to be fair, for some strange reason. So you can go up there.
Yet, there's an undercurrent of unease. Several times along the way, he pauses, noting unusual footprints and scattered garbage. These subtle signs suggest that others had been there recently, perhaps within days, adding an eerie layer to the serene backdrop.
Someone's been here. There's a lot of rubbish around here. Yeah, look at the state of this. It does get used, doesn't it?
After walking for about 20 minutes, Daniel finds a quiet clearing, the perfect spot to set up camp for the night.
Thinking here, so I can use the tree as a backrest. So I've got a nice little backrest here. See how the tree grows out to be two? Oh yes, just having that on each side of my back is really comfortable.
He leans against a tree, munching on some noodles, while chatting with the camera. However, around 25 minutes into the video, things take an eerie turn, and the atmosphere suddenly shifts, leaving Daniel and the viewers feeling uneasy.
I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well, and rain camping is really good.
As Daniel enjoys the stillness of the woods, the unmistakable sound of footsteps, eerily human-like, echoes just behind him. Startled, he spins around to survey the area, but there's no one in sight. The most unsettling part? The footsteps abruptly stop the moment he turns and he hears this. Shaken, he sits back down, attempting to steady his nerves with coffee and noodles, but an uneasy tension lingers.
I'm gonna cook my noodles. That'll take my mind off things.
As the daylight fades and shadows stretch across the forest, the unsettling feeling grows stronger, setting the stage for an even creepier night ahead.
There's that noise again now.
Around 40 minutes into the video, the unsettling sound of footsteps returns. Only now, they seem to be drawing closer to Daniel. Most people would have packed up and bolted without a second thought, but Daniel, in an impressive display of composure, chooses to sit back down and finish his dinner. As he eats, he tries to steady his nerves, convincing himself to focus on less alarming thoughts.
So I'm going to put the full packet in as well there. Colour of that. I am nervous. I'm not going to lie.
For a brief moment, it seems to work, and the eerie sounds fade from his mind. But as nightfall creeps in and darkness envelops the woods, the mysterious footsteps begin again, this time more unnerving than ever.
I'm going to be honest. I can't stay here now. I'm going to be a wimp. I don't care if people call me a wimp in the comments, but I can't stay here. I'm too unsettled.
After the third unsettling incident, Daniel makes the wise decision to relocate for the night, prioritizing safety over curiosity.
Come on, let's go. Let's quick look around. Make sure I haven't forgotten out. Right. Well, I put my torch away. I've only got the light on the top of the phone.
The source of the sounds remains a mystery, but the fact that they resembled human footsteps raises some chilling possibilities. Could someone have been silently stalking him through the woods? Being alone in unfamiliar terrain makes anyone incredibly vulnerable, and in such situations, you can never predict a stranger's intentions. Alternatively, it could have been an animal, but Daniel noted the damp grass wouldn't produce the dry, crisp sound he heard. Moreover, animals typically move irregularly, starting, stopping, and changing pace, which didn't match the steady rhythm of these footsteps. Many viewers in the comments also pointed this out, further casting doubt on the animal theory. Regardless of the cause, Daniel's choice to leave was undoubtedly the right one. Staying any longer in such an ominous situation could have led to something far worse. Sometimes, caution is the only smart option. This is Gerbear's story. He's a true adventurer who loves a challenge and enjoys camping in places others avoid. Haunted forests, Bigfoot sightings, or cryptid hotspots. These were his favorite spots. Every trip brought excitement and adventure, but this time felt different. Along with his usual thrill, Jer also felt a sense of fear. He set up camp for now and felt content, unaware of what the night would bring.
So, this is what we're going to be working with tonight. That's it. Bare bones, baby. Bare bones. I do have that reflector under there. So in part one, we got our campsite all together. We got our fire going. We got our tent pitched. It is becoming much cooler now. Now, right now, it's currently about 40 degrees out. You know, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I think it's going to be like 26, 27 or something like that. Much better than the 9 degrees it was the last time we was camping with a real feel of -10. That was freezing. And I know you're probably thinking, like, how are you going to stay warm then, Bear? That's still pretty freaking cold. This is all we're using. Rechargeable hand warmers.
Night fell quickly, and Jer decided it was time to build a fire. The temperature was dropping, and he needed to stay warm. Everything still seemed completely normal, just like every other adventure he'd had.
Alright guys, so it is getting colder out now. I say now's a good time. It's probably around 10 o'clock or so. So now would be a good time to fire up those rechargeable hand warmers. I'm really curious to see if they'll last all night. When I wake up in the morning, are they still warm? If they are, I'd give them a double thumbs up.
But this would soon change. As Jer settled into his tent to sleep, the night was about to take a turn he never expected.
Videos, but in those, I've done some Bigfoot knocking. I've left them an offering of bananas, apples, did some woots. I did a Bigfoot call for the first time. I think it was pretty. Branch just fall there? Did you guys hear that? It's like right outside the tent.
The noise Jer heard wouldn't let him rest, so he left the tent and walked around, telling himself it was just the forest coming alive at night and maybe some nocturnal animals nearby. But with each passing second, stranger and stranger things began to happen.
Something seemed off. What the heck was that? That sucker came flying at it. That just fall from up there? That's what I was telling you guys about the widowmakers when you're pitching your tent. Like that was, I don't know what that was, but imagine if that was a monster limb now. What is that noise coming from the lake?
Jer told himself it was time to sleep. Everything seemed fine, just like his other camping trips. But a strange noise woke him up. Soon, Jer realized he might not be as alone as he thought, or as he wanted to believe.
Sorry guys, I think I'm gonna try to get a little bit of sleep. And if I wake back up, I'll check back in. If I don't wake back up, I'll see you in the morning. I just heard I don't know if I was even all the way asleep or what, but there was a huge crash outside. Do you hear that?
Terrified, Jer turned off his lamp to listen more closely to the sounds outside his tent. What he heard made his fear even worse, and he didn't like what he was starting to understand at all.
Stop turning my light down. There's more than one. More than one. Crap, wrong way. Something is standing right outside of the tent. It walked right up to the tent. Do you hear it? There it is again. What the heck is that?
But things got only worse. Jer didn't know if it was one thing or more, but he was sure he heard footsteps and breathing. Something was standing right outside his tent. It wasn't friendly, and it was becoming more aggressive, making it clear it didn't want him there.
It's throwing stuff at the tent. I'm armed. No. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. Man, whatever that is, I don't know what. I almost feel like it could be people messing with me. I just heard it breathing. Oh!
As soon as the noise stopped, Jer made a quick decision. He wasn't going to pack anything. He just needed to get out of there while he still could.
My heart's still about to beat out of my chest, and I'm gonna take this opportunity and leave right now before whatever that was. Sounded like there was two of them. There's people, creatures, whatever that was. I am leaving before they come back. I do not feel safe. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. Yeah, right now I hear nothing. I'm getting out of here.
But that wasn't the last time Jer saw the place that had scared him so badly. The next day, he went back to get his things. What he found there made his blood run cold.
Man, I am so glad we left. Man, I'm so glad we left, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Frickin' cinder block.
someone destroyed the frickin' tent. I wonder if they thought I was laying in there when they threw that block on it. Man, that would have messed me up. Man, it looks like somebody was trying to hurt me.
Not only was his tent destroyed, but it was clear that whoever did it wanted to hurt him. To this day, Jer still doesn't know who or what was outside his tent that night. Was it Bigfoot, something paranormal, or a person with dangerous intentions? Whatever it was, Jer is just thankful he made it out of the forest alive. However, Jer wasn't the only one who had a terrifying camping experience. William decided to camp in Ballyboli Forest in Northern Ireland. He thought the forest's dark reputation would add to the adventure. Ballyboli Forest is known for its history of ancient rituals and haunting stories. Rumors of ghosts, strange sounds, and unexplained events have surrounded the area for years.
It's not ideal, but I'm in a dome tent, so I can really throw it anywhere. I think I'll throw my tent just here. We are a lot further back off the road, so we can't be seen as easy, or we can still hear the car noise with a bit of a pain, but I think it's the only option we've got. That's camp set up. Let's give you a look around. So we'll start on the outside. This is going to be the cooking area. Keeping it simple tonight. Just got some pasta and tuna. And this same old MRE I've been carrying around now for the past year. I have brought a wood burning stove, but I'll probably just use the gas for handiness.
But that didn't stop William from setting up camp. Once everything was ready, he started preparing dinner as the night slowly began to fall.
Wee drop of commish? Why not? I think I give it a strong roll too. Get a bit of fruity flavour. Delicious. Good old tuna. Best of gear. So as you've seen, one of those packeted pasta things. We drop a commish now. A wee drop of Strongbow, dark fruits of course, and of course the magic protein ingredient.
The dinner he ate was the last peaceful moment of the night. Just moments after William climbed into his tent, strange noises started coming from around him.
Cheers folks.
William knew he wouldn't be able to sleep without finding out what was next to his tent. Gathering his courage, he decided to step outside, armed only with a flashlight and his camera.
So I was going that side. I did see chemtrails earlier on. What's the biggest game you get where you don't get big game? Well, I think that's a nighttime stroll head in the head, definitely. Freak that.
Thinking he was just being paranoid, William went back into his tent, but as soon as he got inside, the strange noises started again, and this time they sounded much more aggressive.
The f***? Did you hear that? Did you f***? Hear that? The f***? My heart's going off. Who's out there?
Whatever was outside seemed to be messing with William's nerves. Once again, he gathered his courage and stepped outside to look around. To his relief, just like before, he saw nothing that could explain the strange sounds. Still, nothing could calm William enough to sleep. Even though the noises had stopped, he felt a deep anxiety and discomfort he had never felt before. Unable to shake the feeling, he quickly packed his things, even though it was still dark, and decided to leave the camp.
Let's get this cunt pulled down and get the hell out of here.
Once again, folks, that is us packed up. And I'll be glad to be out of here. But first things first, we need to do the whole ritual thing, don't we? Any unclean spirits, you're not allowed to attach to me, you have to stay here. You cannot come home with me, it's not your place. You must stay here. I think that's as good, isn't it? Let's get out of here.
That night, William learned that the stories about Ballybully Forest might not just be legends. Maybe there really is something paranormal lurking in the forest at night, something that doesn't welcome humans. Whatever it was, I hope William learned one thing: haunted places are better left off the camping wish list. Among the brave, or maybe crazy people, depending on who you ask, was a man who decided to camp in the middle of the forest. Even though he could hear the sounds of a pack of coyotes hunting in the distance, he still chose to make a fire to warm himself before taking a walk through the forest that night. As if walking on a normal trail through the forest in total darkness wasn't scary enough, this man decided to leave the trail and follow paths that no human had likely ever walked before. This would soon turn out to be his biggest mistake. After wandering for half an hour through the deepest parts of the forest, the man came to an area that looked completely different. Huge trees had been knocked to the ground, branches were scattered everywhere. For most people, this would be enough of a warning to turn back and head for the safety of their tent, but not for this man.
Holy crap. I mean, look at this. Ginormous tree. Just falling down. This place is a mess.
However, his little night walk quickly turned creepy when he started hearing strange noises, and it didn't stop there. It felt like one of the sounds was speaking directly to him.
Imagine just being lost out here. It feels like this would never end. Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh boy.
Only after hearing a voice say, "I see you," did the man realize he needed to leave quickly and get back to his camp. Honestly, he was very lucky that whatever was out there allowed him to find his way back to his fire at all.
Well, now that I'm back.
After that night, the man was left with more questions than answers. He wondered if he really heard what he thought he heard, or if something not from our world was warning him to leave. At one point, he thought it might have been another camper, but he had never seen or heard anyone else in this forest before, even though he came here often. What do you think? Was it just his imagination, or was something truly out there? After hearing strange noises near his tent during the night, the camper decided to set up a trail camera at his campsite to see if anything would return. 7 days later, when he came back to retrieve the camera, he wasn't prepared for what he was about to see, or more accurately, hear. Creepy screaming sounds echoed from somewhere in the forest. He thought it was strange to hear such noises during the day, since predators usually hunt at night. But since this was a remote part of the forest, maybe things work differently here, far away from people. As he kept watching the video, the sounds got even worse. Could this be proof that Bigfoot exists? I don't know what else could make such sounds in the forest. Maybe it's better if we never find out the answer to some things. Just think about what might happen in this forest at night if things like this happen during the day. I hope this camper never goes back, because it's clear that no one is welcome there. This experienced camper decided to spend another night at a popular camping spot. This time, he chose not to sleep in a tent, but to set up his camp a little differently. What he didn't know was that so many strange things would happen during his stay that he'd be forced to leave earlier than planned. As soon as he got comfortable in his hammock to rest after setting up camp, strange sounds of breaking branches started coming from the forest.
See what I mean?
At first, he didn't think anything strange was happening. After all, he was in the forest, and it could have been any animal. However, as the night went on, he started to feel uneasy. It didn't seem like an ordinary animal or even other campers. As he got ready to sleep, he began to suspect it might be something else, maybe even a cryptid.
Alright, it's not exactly late, but I am very tired, and laying in a hammock does not help it. It's just too comfortable. There's a huge amount of noises around here. I've picked a chestnut tree wood, so there are chestnuts crashing around constantly. Sounds like Bigfoot's throwing rocks at the hammock. I've had a couple of near misses and a couple of hits, but yeah, going for a fun night. See you in the morning.
However, at 3 a.m., the camper was woken up by a noise he had never heard before. For the first time in his life, he decided to pack up everything and leave the camp as quickly as possible. Even though he remembered what happened, he couldn't explain who or what was behind it.
I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm actually sitting back in my car now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It was forecast to be dry all night long, and 3 o'clock it just started hammering it down with rain. That's not the issue. I sort of fell asleep to the sound of chestnuts crashing through the trees and hitting the deck. And it's the same sound every time, sort of crunch, 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 thump. After the rain started, I could just hear, and I know these are deer, muntjac, badgers, squirrels, whatever, but some crashing around that got nearer and nearer and nearer to my hammock. And every time I moved or got out to check, it stopped but didn't run away. So I'd expect if there was a deer or something, I'd hear it run off. But the weirdest thing was, the rain started to die down. So it was just a tiny pitter patter. And suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed.
At first he thought it might just be some other campers causing trouble or messing around, but when a large rock was thrown right next to his hammock, he knew it couldn't have been a person. The rock was too big and heavy for any human to throw. Convinced that he might have been the target of Bigfoot, the camper made the smart choice to leave the forest when he no longer felt safe. Who knows what could have happened if he had stayed all night, right? After a hard time, this female camper decided to spend 48 hours alone in the forest to clear her mind. What she didn't know, though, was that she had entered the Screaming Woods, one of the most haunted forests in the United Kingdom. The forest got its name from the unexplained screams and sobbing sounds that visitors often report, especially at night. After setting up her camp and lighting a fire to cook dinner, it didn't take long for her to start feeling uneasy. The eerie sounds around her made her think there might be some truth to the forest's dark reputation.
I don't know if you can see, a Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically, chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh, get that fire going, I think. Now the rain, I think the rain stopped. Or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming.
As the night got darker, the quiet screams she heard before started to change. They became louder and stranger, like they were coming closer to her.
Comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big bean? What was that noise?
The woman, who was so happy to be in the forest, didn't feel good anymore. She started to feel scared, and paranoia made everything worse.
I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like. I've spent so much time with deer.
Around 2 in the morning, the woman woke up to strange sounds that she was sure were footsteps. She didn't want to turn on her lamp, so she just lay still and listened. It sounded like someone or something had stopped right next to her hammock. It was creepy, but this was only the beginning.
I don't want to turn the light on because I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
No matter how hard she tried, the woman couldn't sleep. She stayed awake all night, her eyes wide open. She kept telling herself it was just nocturnal animals, but it didn't help. The footsteps she heard kept getting louder and closer. However, the strange sounds and screams weren't the only unsettling things in this forest. What the woman found near her camp made the whole situation even more terrifying.
There's camp way over there, and as I came around the corner when I was walking about last night, tell me, oh, focus, tell me that that doesn't look like a child's face or two children. So as I came round, I had my head torch on, and I walked like that, and literally just jumped out of me. Scary shit.
After leaving the camp, the woman learned that the forest had a dark history. People talked about strange sounds, ghosts, and mysterious disappearances. Some say the ghosts are villagers who got lost in the forest and never found their way out. Their spirits are said to wander the trees, still searching for a way home. Could this explain the footsteps and screams the woman heard that night? It seems too strange to be just a coincidence. Which of these most disturbing camping encounters did you find most terrifying? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.